All right, Alan, Chris, thank you. We've got Tony and Chris here. Break down the first half, what to look for in the second half. Plus, Aaron Rodgers headed back to the NFC title game, finally at home. Breeze or Brady going to visit. We'll talk about it coming up. Toyota Halftime. Right after this.
Want more stats? Hey Siri, who leads the league in receiving yards? Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Boy, really odd half. Baltimore has the best special teams kicker, punter, snapper in the league. A false start on a snap, a 23-yard punt, 2 missed field goals by Justin Tucker. Finally made a 34-yard event. He hit this one hard. Play the win, too. 3-all after 2. And we welcome you to Toyota Halftime. Mike Tirico, Tony Dungy, and Chris Sims. Lamar Jackson, 7 rushes, 18 yards. His longest is 7. So when Baltimore had the ball, Buffalo was doing what?
Yes, Leslie Frazier, their defensive coordinator, told me they were going to sell out to stop Lamar from running. They loaded the line of scrimmage. They played a lot of zone coverage, so they had all eyes on Jackson. They didn't give him any run lanes. They made him throw the ball, and that's what's going to happen in the second half. Greg Roman, Baltimore offensive coordinator, is going to have to dial up some of these passes to beat zone coverage. They're going to have to throw to win this game.
Threw for 123 yards, most of them on that last drive that led to the field goal. Chris, 27 plays for Buffalo, 1 call for. I've never seen anything like that. What's going on?
Well, it's crazy. I mean, they like to throw the football. I thought they would run the ball a few more times than they have right now. But I think the big thing is, first off, they're not stupid. They saw what that Ravens D-line did to the Derrick Henry and company last week. They're not a running team. And they're going to go down swinging with what got them here, and that's Josh Allen and the weapons. There's been some plays that have been there to be had today. You see here, Allen had a drop touchdown pass, missed Diggs open down the field. But we saw them do this against Seattle earlier this year.
Right.
I don't think they're scared to drop back and just let the ball in Josh Allen's hands all game long.
Safe to say the team that throws the best in the second half is going to win it?
It seems that way. Yeah.
In this wind,
right.
Which is a huge factor. Earlier, Green Bay moved itself to the NFC Championship game. Aaron Rodgers against Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald wasn't 100%. Aaron Rodgers was. 3-3, third and goal in the second quarter.
And Rodgers, just total command. The motion, sees its man-to-man coverage. He understands, can they pass this off quick enough with a little pick play? Rodgers gets it out of his hands quicker than anybody in football.
Jalen Ramsey, unhappiest man at that point. 10-3 there, a 3-and-out. Packers get it back, and this is Aaron with his feet.
Yes, and this one the Rams played right, but Aaron Rodgers just too good for them. Just dominated today.
Scored in the first 5 possessions. They were up 19-10 at the break, extended to 25-10, but then the Rams come back. Cam Akers.
They stayed with their running game, and it was that run game that got them back in the ball game.
He had 90 rushing yards, but then 25-18, Lazard dropped one. Allen catches this one.
Yep, he makes up for it. The balance of the Packers' running game allows them to take a play-action shot like that. Packers win.
Disappointment for Los Angeles. Green Bay finally gets the road to the Super Bowl back through Lambeau. That will be the early game next Sunday over on Fox. It's Brady and Breeze coming up tomorrow. The AFC Championship game will be decided after this one, and then Cleveland and Kansas City. So let's break down that Green Bay game and talk about why the Packers are advancing.
They're more physical than last year on the defensive side of the ball. And, I mean, we watched the game today. Rodgers is on fire. I don't know what to say. Gets them in the right play. Doesn't ever seem flustered. The way they're executing, it's almost an unstoppable offense right now.
We're going to have a great game tomorrow. Tampa Bay Bucks at New Orleans. Brady and Breeze, fantastic. But I'll tell you what, those 2 quarterbacks, whoever wins, they're going up to Green Bay. And usually the quarterback is going to look at the other team's defense. Those guys, whoever wins, is going to see this Green Bay offense and how well they're playing and realize we're going to have to score to win.
No doubt.
Also might look at the weather. 25 and snow showers next Sunday at Lambeau. When we come back, a little bit more on tonight's game. But first, Toyota takes us backstage in style with the all-new Toyota Sienna. Earlier this week, firefighters in Buffalo got their COVID-19 vaccines, and a group of nurses in Baltimore also got their shots in the last couple of days. We offer our deepest thanks to the first responders in these 2 towns and all across the country for your incredible commitment and service. So these images are brought to you by our parent company, Comcast NBC Universal, who wants to help you plan your vaccine so we can all get back into the game soon. Simple. Visit planyourvaccine.com. Sign up for our interactive site. It's going to give you all the COVID-19 vaccination information you need, all in one place, so you're ready to go when it's your turn. all of you, thank you so much for everything you've done for all of us. Third quarter coming up. It's 3-3. Bills get the ball. Al, Chris, and Michelle back with you from Orchard Park after this.
This has been the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places. Tonight's first half highlights are brought to you by Chevy.
Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, the divisional playoffs. Ravens, Bills on NBC. A 41-yard attempt. Well, off the upright. Single doink. 28-yard field goal attempt for Bass has given the Bills the early lead. 46-yard attempt. Well, and it hits the upright again. The screwball through the uprights.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
As you can tell, as you look at Niagara Falls, not a lot of fireworks. The numbers, Jackson, 12 passing yards in the first quarter, 111 in the second, but -4 running the ball. Josh Allen, 120 yards through the air, only 3 on the ground. Bills offense, only 3 running plays, fewest in the first half of a playoff game since the 2016 NFC Championship game, and the 4th playoff game since 2000 in the postseason. Neither team had more than 3 points in the first half. That was the year that the Ravens wound up winning the Super Bowl, beating the Giants with that fantastic defense. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya, off we.
Well, Sean McDermott told me at halftime, Al, that this wind, these gusts, they are so inconsistent and intermittent that they're hard to predict, and it's affecting their passing game. He wants his offense to just find its rhythm. John Harbaugh said the wind is even impacting the ability to operate out of the shotgun. It's impacting the snaps. So when they're in the red zone, he wants his offense to run it downhill so they can finish off some of those drives.
And on top of it, Michelle, obviously it's affected the kicking game. I think you saw some what they call lake effect snow coming in off Lake Erie. A little bit of that, but for the most part it's been dry tonight. The temperature is 30 degrees, and we start from the 34-yard line.